Shadow work to me is about shining light in places that we don't often look at, shining it into those darker, more neglected parts of who we are. So I'm going to ask you some questions which are going to help you shine light into your past, your experiences, your perspective that may be being reflected in your posture. So when it comes to scoliosis or kyphosis, there is a complete connection between the mind and the body. If you've read The Body Keeps the Score, you'll be familiar with this concept. Even just thinking about how all this information enters our brain and is processed through the spinal cord and then the nervous system and the fascia. Our brain is our body. And if we've had a traumatic experience, if we've had beliefs or ideas that have been in our mind, we're going to start seeing that reflected in our body. So I'll start with scoliosis and that twist that happens, that collapse. What did you give up on when you were developing? The closer you go to the time that this first started happening, the more accurate these types of questions are going to be, the more precise they're going to be to help you bring out some new things, bring up some new memories, some new beliefs that you might have begun to believe at that time. And once you become aware that that is there because of that experience, you have a choice. Once you have the awareness, you have a choice to either integrate that and choose a new path, or you have a choice to keep it where it is, keep it in the dark, and keep repeating the same pattern. So when we have scoliosis and kyphosis, we have a compromise. So when we have scoliosis or we have a kyphosis, we have a compromise of our ideal structure. And we have that ideal calling in our mind to be our best self, but sometimes we fall short of that. And if we fall short of that consistently, that can pile up. So is there a moral? Was it lying, stealing? Was it manipulating? Was it speaking ill of others? Was it being in fear? Was it being in shame? Was it an abusive experience that caused you to protect yourself in the best way you knew how? Were you leaning into validation from the mother or from the father? Was there a situation that happened that created a pattern that has been repeating in your life for many years and has been reflected in your posture? Returning to the scene of the crime or returning to that original feeling that triggered this pattern of reacting and responding to the external environment for many years will help you to begin the healing process. It's where the healing begins from. Working on things in other areas superficially will not give you as much profound value as it will by returning to that emotion, to that experience in the body and cathartically releasing it, releasing any trapped energy that's keeping you stuck in that pattern, and then choosing a new pattern. And that new pattern is filled with self-love, it's filled with forgiveness, it's filled with gratitude. And each breath you take can be programmed with these feelings. A breath into the sides of the rib cage, into the back of the rib cage. A breath that embraces resistance, not confronts it, not tries to fight against it, but infiltrates any resistance, any pain, any issues in your body, and dissolves it and exhales it. Just the same way we exhale burned body fat, the body fat leaves through our exhale, the same way we can release this energy through our exhale. If you want to get extra somatic with it, you can add vibration, movement through external, through yourself, through different tools, vibrational plates, movement. All of this creates physical vibration as well as sound. Buzzing, known to regulate the nervous system, is another way, right? Humming, all of these things are loosening trapped energy in the body and allowing them to be exited. And that's part of the healing process. In order to stand tall and confident, you must provide yourself with the confidence that you're on the right track, that you've been doing the right things. Tap into that. Look at what you do have. Do not look at what you do not have. Look at what you do have and start there. Grow the energy, grow the strength from that place.